G'day guys! In today's video I'm opening up an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and on this one the rear facing cameras seem to have failed. You bring them up and it comes up as black. So what I'm wanting to do from there is replace them. Granted there may be error messages, but I'd rather have error messages than no camera at all. So I've got this bit here, this camera module to go in there. I have had it on my blue heat pad here at 75 degrees Celsius for a bit of time now, and it's probably going to be quite toasty at my fingertips. I'm going to use a pentalobe screwdriver to open that up. One there, and one here. And next up is the challenge of getting the screen off without damaging it. Use a metal pry tool, and I'm going to push it in this bottom corner here. Zoom in. Also the loudspeaker on it does need a clean, but I'll do that off camera. Here the heat has made this a lot easier to lift. As you can see, I'm under the plastic, but not under the glass. So you may go in under the glass by accident. If I work my way around, once I get enough lift on it, I should be able to put a pry tool or a guitar pick or whatever you may choose. Granted, this is the most riskiest part of this repair. Take that out, continue around. And I'll go back the other way. I tend to find don't bother trying to force the side up if it doesn't want to go. Just go around to the other side and keep going back and forth. And that should hopefully get enough lift from there. There we go. I fold that like a book. I see why this camera module may have failed. I see corrosion here, which probably means there's signs of liquid damage on this particular model of phone. Now I should be able to, I'm going to take off this shield, this shield, this shield. I'm going to turn my heat off now. All these screws here should be identical in size. So I'd say the reason why this phone's here today due to liquid damage of the rear-facing cameras. Little did I know that. Maybe the customer didn't know that either, but it certainly does seem to be an issue. Disconnect this flex cable with my fingertip, then go down here and continue with this section. There is another screw hidden just down here. So what I'm going to do is take this off, disconnect the screen, disconnect the battery, take off the shield off the rear-facing cameras, and then I will replace them, temporarily hook the new screen up. There we go, I can move this out of the way now. Battery is this top one here. There we go. Now with these to take off, put this over here. I'm not too sure how many of these need to come off. I do predict that there will be an error message coming up once I have swapped over the camera module, as the serial numbers won't match up to what the phone is expecting to find. Apple in their wisdom has decided to serialize the parts for this, which means that this stuff does happen when replaced by someone who is not Apple authorized. Looking at the back here, all down here, liquid, liquid. Metal Gear Solid fans would go, liquid! There we go, take that out, put that aside. My heat is off, excellent. Feel like there's need to clean on the inside of the camera glass. That we're looking good. Now if I can get it out of this bag. There we go. This should come off. Should come off. There we go. Put that aside. Drop that in. Okay. Now, line this bottom one up. Click, in position, click, in position, down there, great. And then put this back on. I'll just put one screw in it, just to hold it there. Now we'll go to the middle one. Now move this out of the way. From here, I want to connect up the screen, so I'll connect the top bit up, as that's a bit more trickier. Now we'll connect the bottom bit up down here. And fold over and connect up the battery. Click, 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 click. We're good. Now I'm going to let this cool down, turn it on, and give it a quick test before I proceed and put the remainder of those screws in. So upon starting the phone, FaceID is also now disabled for security reasons. Front-facing camera is now working. It previously was not. So even though we've gained more functionality with replacing that camera, it has taken away more due to security. Good old Apple. But I think this particular person would be happy to gain their cameras back at the expense of losing Face ID. So now I'll open it up, disconnect the battery again. And from here, I will proceed to put the rest of these screws in up here. So we put these screws back in. As mentioned before, I'm pretty sure all these screws here are of the same variety. So at least that is one thing that's convenient. Next up, I'll do the shield up the top left. There we go. That's all of that one done. Put this down here. The shield is dropped down the side. Now this does have a little latch bit here, which goes under here. Put it under there, and drop it down. Don't drop your phone on there, your screwdriver on there. That's not overly necessary. And that one little screw over here. Next up, connect the battery back up. Put that here. If I fold this screen back over here, this last screw just down there. Next up, close it like a book. So top half first, slowly push down, work your way down. There we go. And these screws here. There we go. Put those screws back in. So sadly, with the faulty rear-facing cameras replaced, we've lost Face ID, and it comes up with an important warning that your camera has been replaced. So if you're willing to lose Face ID to regain your cameras, you may proceed with this repair. Anyway, hope this helps, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.